icon Spittage show. Yeah, that icon Spittage show. You never know who's on that icon Spittage show. Check it out, that icon Spittage show. Come on, yeah, that icon Spittage show. That icon Spittage show. You never know who's on that icon Spittage show. Check it out, that icon Spittage show.
Right now, we have super producer. I'm so excited to have this person on as my family, my mentor. I'm glad I got access to him because a lot of y'all don't. Okay, let's just be honest. So right now, I am going to introduce him, Mr. Rick Williams. Mr. Rick Williams. So let's just get into it. You are a super producer in my eyes and in some people's eyes in the industry. How did you get there? What was your start?
Man, actually, I started as a musician. I'm a guitar player. Mm-hmm. And I was fortunate enough, I was in New York working to go on tour overseas, and a young producer, at this time, he was young in the game. Mm-hmm. His name was Rodney Jerkins.
Rodney Jerkins, yeah.
And he came to the studio to see us, mm-hmm. and he was working at Quad Studios. Actually, the day that he was working, we worked at Quad the day that Tupac got shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, history.
So Rodney said, "Listen, man, I need some guitar." Mm-hmm. He was like, "Can you come hang out?" So after we finished rehearsal, I went over and hung out with him and worked on some records. Mm-hmm. And then Rodney Jerkins, and after we came home from tour, he said, "Man, just come and start working with me." Mm-hmm. At this time, I was just playing guitar. And I went to his house for a meeting, man, and he had a punch bowl.
Okay.
With a bunch of letters in it. I'm like,
okay.
Man, I'm like, you making money with it all? Man, those is checks.
What?
Yeah, Rodney was getting it.
He's still getting it. Yeah.
So I came home and I'm like, I watched. He had this machine. He had a 3000. I said, let me see if I can do this. You know. And I started, man, and I got good at it. And one of my first projects I worked on, coming out the box, was a group from Philly called No Question.
No Question. If for all of y'all who don't know, No Question, what was the hit song?
I Don't Care.
I Don't Care. They had another one.
If You Really Want to Go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do what you got to do.
Uh-huh.
And then working with Rodney, man, I got a chance to work with Brandy.
Okay.
Then I was introduced to a guy by the name of Troy Taylor. Yeah. He's really big now.
Okay.
I had a chance to work with him with B2K, Trey Songz, Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin. And of course, I worked with Teddy for a period.
Yeah, I remember that. Because I was just telling her. I was like, yo, I remember being on the phone with Teddy. You had hit me up, and I'm sitting there. I'm a young, but I'm on the phone with Teddy Riley. I'm like, dang, this was what's up. That was a good time.
He called me in there. I got a chance. I was fortunate enough to work with Michael before he passed. Man, Teddy put me on a lot of stuff. So, and I came up in an era where producers were musicians.
Yeah.
You know, so you sit down. For me, when you sit down with an artist, most artists I would work with would be writers, so they would come to me with their ideal, and I would sit at the piano or the guitar or the drum machine and compose, man. And it's too much for me. It's a lot I don't remember. I work with a lot of people.
But see, that's where I got mine from, because I would get a lot of people like, yo, just come play me something. Like, nah, let's work on the song. Let's work on the craft. Because this whole thing is organic, and it's only going to be organic if me and you sit down. Oh, what's your hook? You know what I mean? What's your verse? Where you bringing this at? And those are the things that I actually got and I picked up from you. Just telling me and just being around you. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm so proud of this guy, boy, because I didn't used to think he would be listening. You know?
I listen.
We would sit down, but I realized he was listening because, you know, back then we were taught song structure. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
And it's like now, man, we're fortunate but unfortunate because you know real good music is going to seep through.
Yes, sir.
You know, so I'm just working.
My question to you is, what is the biggest hit that you was a part of, or you done? What was the biggest one that you like? Yo, it's rolling in from this right here. What was the big hit? What artist? Or
believe it or not, I'm still getting B2K checks. For the first album.
Is it bump?
This record I worked on was Understanding. And, I still every now and then get Brandy checks from Never Say Never.
Okay.
Still get Trey Songz checks.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking for. You young whippersnappers out there. You know what I mean? This is how you do it, where you getting check on check. You know what I mean? So
and don't sell your publishing.
Yo, do not sell your publishing.
That's where these guys now are making a mistake. All these young guys coming up, what they're doing, and unfortunately, everybody think that making a bunch of beats is the way to go. But it's quality over quantity. So what they're doing is they're making all these beats and they just giving them away.
Yeah. And putting them up online and saying, hey, you can buy this beat for $25 for 3 months and all this other stuff. I never really got into that.
Cruz, they sell a beat for $25 and the artist will go make $5 million off the song. One person that I admired that did it early and did nothing. When he knew the game, a lot of people sleep on Soulja Boy.
No. So business wise,
Soulja Boy.
Soulja wise. Business wise.
When he did crank that thing, or he did that.
Yeah.
People don't realize, man. He was one of the first people that became successful or started making millions on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And he kept his ownership. Man. Nowadays, everybody wants to be a star, man, but nobody wants to do the work.
So let me ask you, what would you tell an upcoming producer like what to do? What's the main thing that they need to do in this business to sustain longevity? You know, because that's important.
Man. The main thing I would say is just as many man hours that you put into your craft, put into the business. You know, because I'm even going back now, man, and I'm taking a different approach. I'm working with different people, so I want to make sure my business is right. Because if you have a love for music and this is what you do, your music is going to be your legacy as well. So, no disrespect, I love the culture, I love the music, but it's like it's so different.
Yeah, I can't see nobody who came out within, I'll say, the last 5 years that I think that's going to stick. To stick that little run, you know that run that you get, that 2 to 3 year run. That's where you just.
And then if they do, what's taught? They're not being developed. So if they get the fame so fast, and they come from hunger to fame, and then they self-destruct. That's why a lot of these young artists kill themselves. It's sad, you know. Where people are going to look for monies that I haven't received. So
I believe it's out there. I believe it's out there.
Listen, I'll just say one name. Brandy is at 18 million. 18 million. B2K is still selling. Believe it or not, no question, it was still selling. You know, but I'm more focused now on just trying to get my business right and get my legacy set up. Because God forbid, you know,
because it's here, it's here, it's there, and it we saw, but it's still, to me, for what you've done, still, you know, in Philly, like people may not even know that you did these things. And to, you know, I know, and for us who know you, because we family, we love it. Like, we know that, yo, this guy is huge. He's major, and that's what Roar is about. To be heard, you know, for our legends and all those things. And you are definitely one of them in the game, bro.
Appreciate that, man.
Definitely one.
The world needs this show, man. How long you gonna be doing an interview while you here the whole time?
Yeah.
That's what's missing here in Philly now, man. Like people are being misinformed and they're not being informed. Like everybody think the music business is rapping about the diamonds and the bag, and you know. But man, get to know the business. Because if you get to know the business, 10 years from now, you'll still be able to live. You know? This is dope.
And that's what it's about, bringing good content. So let me ask you this. I mean, I know you're working with a whole bunch of artists and doing but like, what is next for you? Like, what?
Right now, it's funny you asked me that. I actually shut down, man. My wife said, we need to focus on the core thing now. So what I'm doing, I'm just focusing on making good quality music, and I'm just trying to go I really want to make the transition to film and television because that's where the money is.
Yeah, that like that Empire, like they killed it. Yeah, they killed it on that first, especially that first season.
I want to do scores now, man. A few of my friends, when Empire was out, a few of my friends had placements on Empire.
Really?
One of my bucket list shows that I really want to get music in is Issa Rae's Insecure.
Ooh, that's a nice show.
Yo, when you get a chance, go back and binge watch the music in that show. It's crazy. Insecure. I want to. I would love to get some songs in Tyler Perry's franchise because
we're gonna plant that seed, brother. We planting that.
Plant a seed and make it
plant the seed. Yes.
And I'm working on some pop stuff, but I'm just working on music. So my goal is to work on this pop stuff, but I want to get some placements in some pop, some pop artists.
All right. Well, we thank Mr. Rick Williams for graciously bringing us into his home, and you see his setup right here. He's about to play some heat for us. So right about now, are you on any social media now?
Wow, it's funny
because I know you ain't used to be on social media.
Listen, you remember that, right?
Yeah.
My youngest daughter just blasted me. She said, "Okay, Dad, I don't understand why you don't have an Instagram."
Yeah.
So I'm actually on this whole campaign. I'm going to set up my Instagram and just start posting stuff like everybody do. But I just, I know it's needed now.
Yeah. Well, check this out. We know how to get at them. So if y'all need to get at them, just holler at us. Contact us at www.roarmedia.org or hit my page up, cruise the icon, or hit the Roar social media sites. We on it. Right now, we about to be out. Let Rick do his thing because you hear all the artists he's working with. So we ain't going to take up much more of his time. We'll holler back at y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, that icon Spittage show. You never know who's on that icon Spittage show. Check it out, that icon Spittage show. Come on, yeah, that icon Spittage show. That icon Spittage show. You never know who's on that icon Spittage show. Check it out, that icon.